You wake up just like every other morning. Your alarm rings. You turn it off, stretch your arms, and slowly get out of bed. Everything feels completely normal. But then, you notice something strange. It is too quiet. Usually, you hear cars driving outside, people talking, birds singing, or dogs barking. Today, there is nothing, only silence. You walk to the window and pull back the curtain. The street is completely empty. No people, no moving cars, no buses, nothing. You think maybe it's still very early, so you check the time. It's 9:30 in the morning. That doesn't make any sense. You quickly get dressed and leave your house. The air feels fresh, but something is wrong. The city feels frozen. Every parked car is exactly where it should be. Traffic lights continue changing from red to green. Store signs are still glowing, but there is nobody. You begin walking faster. You call out, "Hello." Your voice echoes through the empty streets. Nobody answers. You check nearby houses. The doors are unlocked. Breakfast is still sitting on kitchen tables. Televisions are still on. Lights are still glowing. It looks like everyone disappeared in the middle of their day. Your heart starts beating faster. You run, street after street, building after building. Nothing. No people. No sounds. No life. Hours pass. You search schools, hospitals, restaurants, office buildings. Everywhere is empty. Finally, you stop running. You stand in the middle of the road. For the first time, you ask yourself one terrifying question. What if I'm the last person on earth? The thought feels impossible. There must be someone else. There has to be. You refuse to believe you're alone. So you keep searching. You grab a bicycle and ride across the city. The roads belong only to you now. No traffic, no red lights, no one to stop you. You reach the biggest shopping mall. The automatic doors still open. Inside, the lights are on. Music is quietly playing. Every store is full. Clothes, shoes, electronics, food. Everything is exactly where it was yesterday. But there isn't a single customer. You walk into a toy store, then a clothing store, then an electronics shop. Everything is free now. Money no longer matters. You can have anything you want. But somehow, it doesn't feel exciting because there is nobody to share it with. You sit down in the middle of the empty mall. For the first time, the silence begins to scare you. You leave the shopping mall and continue exploring the city. At first, being alone feels almost exciting. Every road belongs to you. Every building is open. Every place you've ever wanted to visit is waiting for you. You walk into the biggest restaurant in the city. The food in the kitchen is still fresh. You cook yourself the biggest meal you've ever had. But when you sit down, you notice something. There is no one sitting at those other tables. No waiters. No families. No laughter. Just you. After lunch, you decide to drive. You find a beautiful sports car parked on the side of the road. The keys are still inside. You start the engine. The sound breaks the silence. You smile for the first time today. You drive as fast as you can across the empty highways. There are no traffic jams, no police, no other drivers. It feels like the entire world belongs to you. Hours later, you arrive at the airport. The giant building is completely empty. Suitcases are still waiting beside the check-in desks. Departure screens are still glowing. Airplanes stand silently outside the windows. You walk through the long hallways. Every step echoes through the building. You sit inside a passenger plane. You imagine what it was like when hundreds of people filled these seats. Now, there is only one passenger left, you. As the sun begins to set, you climb onto the roof of the airport. The city stretches across the horizon. Millions of homes. Thousands of buildings. Not a single light turns on. Not a single person comes home. For the first time, you realize how big the world really is, and how small one person can feel inside it. That night, you return home. You lock the door, even though there is nobody outside. You turn on every light in the house. The silence feels heavier than ever. You try watching television. Every channel is still broadcasting, but it feels strange knowing that nobody else is watching. You try playing video games. After a few minutes, you turn them off. Nothing feels fun anymore. Before going to bed, you stand at the window once again. The city is completely dark. The moon shines over empty streets. You whisper to yourself, "I hope I'm not alone." Then you close your eyes, hoping that tomorrow, someone, anyone, will finally appear. The next morning, you wake up with one small hope. Maybe it was all just a dream. You rush to the window. The streets are still empty. Nobody. You take a deep breath and decide you can't just wait. If someone else is alive, you have to find them. You pack a backpack with food, water, a flashlight, and a map. Then you begin your journey. You travel far beyond your city. Small towns. Empty. Gas stations. Empty. Factories. Empty. Everywhere you go, you see signs that people were here only a short time ago. A cup of coffee still sits on a table. A bicycle lies in the middle of the road. A dog waits outside a house, looking for its owner. You feed the dog, but it refuses to leave the front door. As you continue driving, nature begins to change the world. Grass grows through the cracks in the roads. Trees slowly spread across empty parking lots. Birds build nests on traffic lights. Without people, the earth is becoming wild again. Days turn into weeks. You stop counting the time. Every sunrise looks beautiful. Every sunset feels lonely. To stay positive, you create a daily routine. You exercise every morning. You read books. You learn new skills. You explore places you never had time to visit before. For a while, it helps. But every evening, the silence returns. You miss simple things. A stranger smiling at you. A friend calling your phone. Children laughing in the park. You never realized how important those little moments were. One afternoon, while searching an old radio station, you hear something. A sound. A voice. You freeze. Your heart begins to race. Could someone actually be alive? You turn the volume higher and listen carefully. The signal is weak, broken, but you are sure you heard something. For the first time since this nightmare began, you feel hope. You grab your backpack, jump into your car, and follow the signal. No matter how far it takes you, you are determined to find the person on the other end. Because if someone is still out there, everything could change. You drive for hours without stopping. The signal grows stronger. Your heart beats faster with every mile. For the first time in what feels like forever, you smile. Maybe you are not the last person after all. You finally reach the place where the signal seems to come from. You stop the car and slowly step outside. The area is completely silent. An old radio tower stands in front of you. The wind blows through the broken metal. You carefully walk inside. The sound becomes louder. You follow it through a dark hallway. Then, you find it. An old emergency radio. Still running. Still repeating the same automatic message over and over again. No person. No survivor. Just a machine. The hope you felt disappears in an instant. You sit on the floor without saying a word. For a long time, you simply stare into the distance. Eventually, you stand up. You leave the radio behind and walk back outside. The sun is beginning to set. You drive home slowly. This time, you stop looking for people. Instead, you begin appreciating the world around you. You watch birds build nests. You see deer walking through empty streets. Flowers grow between cracks in the pavement. Nature is creating a new beginning. Months pass. Then years. Your hair grows longer. Your face looks older. The cities become greener. Buildings slowly fall apart. The world keeps moving, even without humanity. One evening, you climb to the top of the tallest building in the city. The sun slowly disappears beyond the horizon. The sky turns orange, then purple, then dark blue. You smile, not because you are happy, but because you finally understand something. Life was never about owning everything. It was never about money, or power, or expensive cars. The most valuable thing on earth was always the people around you, the conversations, the laughter, the friendships, the family, the moments you never thought would end. As the first stars appear in the night sky, you take one last look at the silent world. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper home, even if you're the only one left to call it that. What do you think you would do if you were the last person on earth? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Your Life as Adventures.